Hello and welcome to Profiles in Risk. This is your host, Tony Kindness, and today I have with me Mark Chappell, the founder and CEO of InsureScan. Mark, thank you for joining me today. How's it going?
Thanks. It's going well.
Awesome. So we get on the call 5 minutes ago and just kind of break the ice before we record. And the first thing Mark says is he's heartbroken that I'm not wearing my top hat. But he will get to see it next week in Vegas. We're both flying from Atlanta, although I'm flying a couple hours early. And I do feel naked, not just because I don't have my top hat, but I'm traveling. I'm at my mother-in-law's house in Ohio, and I don't have my very nice camera. I don't have my very nice microphone. I have a different setup, and it feels really weird not to have my normal stuff. But we'll make it work. So Mark, kind of in the rapport building, what's called ice-breaking part of the conversation. Normally I ask about the weather. You're in Alabama. I'm assuming that in September, Alabama is still basically 100 degrees. Because Atlanta is just starting to cool down, but it's pretty warm. But yeah, you're not just in Alabama, you're in Auburn. So I'm gonna take a wild guess that you are a big fan of Auburn.
We are, very big fans. My dad went to Auburn. My son went to Auburn. I went to Auburn.
Okay, so third generation. So I am not a big football fan. Part of that is because I went to Iowa State Cyclones. Not the greatest football program in the world, or even in Iowa. Although we did win against Iowa this year, which is amazing. So I haven't checked the scores. So because we're recording after like the second week of college football. So how is Auburn doing this year?
Terrible.
Really?
we're wondering what Penn State's going to do to us this weekend. It looks like it's going to be pretty scary. And Penn State doesn't have much, but we're concerned. We almost got beat.
Okay,
well, we did get beat the first half of the game last Saturday by a team that was ranked 112th. We came back and, we did okay at the end, but my God, it scared us all.
Okay, so I just looked it up. So you guys are 2-0, but so the games were not against big schools, basically.
No, we see it around here as we only have one game. And that's against Alabama.
Oh, okay. So even Penn State doesn't matter.
No, we're gunning for Alabama.
Okay, so the Alabama game this year
that's the Super Bowl.
And when is it?
Oh, it'll be November.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's the last game.
It's a little early yet, but any predictions for this year's Alabama game?
Yeah, we'll win.
Okay. Awesome. So rough start to the season, but whatever happens, you have to beat Alabama.
All day long, we'll win.
Okay, perfect. So Mark, we always give the guest a chance of giving the elevator pitch. What is InsureScan?
Well, I've been in the insurance business all my life. I was fortunate enough to grow up in the business. My dad was he was the president of the AMS users group when AMS started. So I was fortunate enough to grow up in the more of the tech side of insurance. And I kind of saw where insurance was headed when the cell phone came about. One day you'll be able to issue a policy with that. I was one of the agency group that was able to issue a policy and print out the deck sheet at point of sale. We were the first to do that in Alabama. So we were leaders in a lot. We actually started an MGA in 1996 with the first PC-based policy administration system in the country. And so, I'm going to be the first to be able to do what's called Rate Call 3 with a mobile phone. None of the companies can do this. So the way I saw it was, you've got a barcode on the back of your license. You got a barcode on your car. Everybody has one. That there for a reason. I put two and two together, and with that you can issue a policy. So went to a lot of insurance companies. All of them are running the big legacy systems. They can't do it. They can't do rate call 3. And I said, well, I've run MGA, so I'm going to do it myself, and started an MGA to do just that. And, you know, I love Auburn. Auburn actually coded the very crude model of InsureScan from the start. It kind of got beyond them. I started going to some more seasoned pros, and now we've launched it with agents in Alabama, and they're able to scan a license and pull in all the data about the insured. I mean, we can get anything, and all the drivers, all the vehicles, income level, home value, second mortgage value, the date they became an empty nester. I mean, it's pretty crazy what you can get today. With that, you know, the agent can do this anytime, anywhere, and it unchains them from their desk. And it's more accurate data than the normal question and answer session that you have with an insured, and it's less invasive for the insured. So, you know, I can scan your license and I don't have to ask, are you a felon? You know, have you had DUIs, accidents and whatnot? It's all, we pull that data. And so we can issue the policy right there, scan the credit card, do e-signatures, and the policy's done in less than 2 minutes.
That sounds sci-fi fantastic. That sounds like Star Trek insurance.
Well, it's needed. You know, insurance is stuck in the 1980s, and you know, here we are. We've got all this technology, we've got all this data, and it's time to utilize it. And so, what I've done is pulled in different components during the course of creating all this. It's morphed into something that's really a game changer.
Okay, so I'm not a licensed agent, but let's say that I was and was working at a or let's say that I run a you know, a PNC agency somewhere in the U.S. We do personal lines, we do commercial lines. So I listened to this episode and I'm like, holy crap, this would be amazing. How do we partner with you?
Well, it depends on what your policy administration system can do. If it can actually issue the policy, basically I went to the comparative raters and looked at how they were doing the data stream, quote request and quote response from the companies, and all of them, 99% of them were using basically the Accord XML. It's kind of changed a little bit from that, but you know, it's pretty consistent with 99% of the companies. And can they issue the policy? The way the comparative raters do it today, they can do the quote back and forth, rate call 1, rate call 2, you know, that's with MVR, clue, credit, but they can't do rate call 3, which is to issue and bind the policy. They have to bridge over to the company's system. So what I've been able to do is I can issue rate call 3 right there from the mobile platform. So if a company can't do it, then I can give them the complete package where I give them the policy administration system also.
Okay, so there's an 80% chance that whatever, if we choose an agency at random, they either have Vertafore or Epic. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I'm guessing one of those can do it and the other one can't. But I've never been an agent, so I don't know. Okay, so let's say that my agency management system can't do it. So step one, I'm guessing is hey, I want to test this technology, but I don't want to have to switch agency management systems. So how can I? Do you have a way for me to partner with you, even if it's not perfect?
Oh yeah. There's a number of different ways for us to do it, depending on what policy administration system you have. So it's going to be a case by case basis.
Okay. So what if I do what? Let's say that hypothetically there exist a few agencies out there who are not in love with either Vertafore or Epic. hypothetically speaking. Uh, and they would love a third option. So you do have a full AMS that you can offer them, or is it just for personal lines auto?
No, I'm talking policy administration. Policy administration.
Oh, okay. So
agency
perfect. Yes, that makes sense. Okay.
So what we do from the policy administration standpoint, we can download into the agency management system. We can do
Okay,
that.
so basically, you do have a competitor to Guidewire and to Duck Creek and to the AS 400.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
big time. We can give them end-to-end products. We can do the actuarial. We can create the product for them. You know, basically, what line of business do they want to go into, and we'll work with them and their actuaries and put a program in place. And it's all about the distribution on their side. You know, how many agents do they have in, say, Missouri? I don't know. And we can give all their agents our mobile platform, and we can issue the policies, do the claims handling, the whole bit.
Okay. So do you have any like customer and customers in your world are, you know, agents and carriers? Do you have any cool stories of your partners who were doing it the old-fashioned way and are now literally like out on the field with their mobile phone?
Yeah, well, you've heard of Buckle. Buckle is
Yep. We've had
so
Dustin
we've
on
partnered
the
with
show.
them. We've launched Alabama. We're going to launch Mississippi in January. Coming into Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina in 2023. So we'll be covered in the entire Southeast next year. And right now we're issuing policies as we speak.
Hold on for a second. We have an audio issue, and I wonder if it's on my side. So let me take off my headphones, and let me switch my audio, my Mac. Okay, say something.
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3.
It is super staticky.
Really? Oh, I can hear the static on your speaker. I can hear me, the static.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Can you splice it together?
Yeah, no, I should be able to cut the problem out.
I mean, I can leave and come back.
Okay, actually, it seems to be better now. Okay, perfect. I'll just have to make a note to myself that I need to cut that little piece out. Okay, perfect. So with Buckle, by the end of by next year, you're gonna be live in the whole Southeast, basically.
Yeah, we're not going into Florida because, you know,
Because Florida.
Yeah, they got, from what I heard, 78% of all lawsuits are in Florida.
Yeah, and
so we're not going there.
As we record today, September 13, 5 Florida carriers have gone into receivership this year. Yeah. And, you know, if I was a betting man, I would not be surprised if another one has announced before we go live in 3 weeks or whatever. So yes, I probably wouldn't go into Florida right now.
We've got Florida, California, and Texas represent 48% of all new auto policies issued. And, you know, you've got issues in Florida, you've got issues in California. I'd love to go into Texas, but there are so many players in Texas. I'm going to stay clear of them for a while. So, you know, there are a lot of other states we can go to.
Okay. So I love the idea of being able to literally like it just makes so much sense. It just seems like the Futurama way of doing auto insurance. It seems like the Star Trek way of doing auto insurance. It makes me wonder why we have not been doing it this way for like 15 years now.
So think about it. You know, a lot of guys are trying to skirt the independent agent. The independent agents have been around forever. I started as an independent agent. They know our market. They know our neighborhoods. They go to church with us. They coach our kids in ball. give them the technology and try to, instead of trying to go around them. The people that
Absolutely.
are trying to go around and go direct, they're experimenting with other people's money to do marketing, and it's not a proven science. And I'm an insurance guy. Underwriting profit is key. That comes first, and then you can start looking at marketing, but you don't play with other people's money to do it. Give it to the agent, get a good product that's sound, and it's a home run.
Yeah, no, you're speaking my language.
The agents that I'm going to, agents that I go to, they're flat loving this. There's no doubt about it. They're saying this is a game changer. So we got it to the point where, you know, car dealers, they want to get a car off the lot. They call their local agent. The guy didn't show up, right? And so the agent loses face. He didn't give him another shot. The way it works now is just give me their license number. They key in the license number manually, and we can issue the policy remotely also. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, absolutely. What else is coming down the pipe for you guys that you can share?
Well, so right now I'm doing telematics also. We get the client version of the app so that they can pay their bill. They can report claims. They can look at their policy documents. And we also gather telematics data. Right now, we're not using that data, but our next phase with that is to gamify that data so that when they look at their monthly bill, they've got, say, mom, dad, little Johnny, the son, and each monthly bill, they see who's driving best. You know, in my household, I got to admit, my son's probably the best driver. He drives like an 80-year-old. He's 10 and 2 all the time. And so, you know, my wife would never admit that because she swears she's the best driver. But this proves it with the telematics. It encourages driver coaching. So it encourages us all to drive better. And then I can look at the data and I can see who's texting and driving. I can see who's doing the excessive speed.
That's huge.
Well, those are the two killers out there. You know,
yeah.
Turning radius, braking, acceleration, those aren't really, you know, too important to me. But the guys that are doing habitual texting and driving and habitual high speeders, those are the guys that are going to cause problems. They're going to cause accidents and deaths. So I can non-renew those, or I can put a surcharge on those policies. So that's where we're going with the telematics. Short term, gather the data, then gamify it to encourage driver coaching, and then start utilizing it for surcharges and non-renewals.
I've got to say, I never expected that significant insurance technology innovation was happening in Alabama, of all places.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Now, you wouldn't hear this coming out of Tuscaloosa. This is only coming out of Auburn.
Oh, okay. That important to make sure that that's clear. And definitely. I would be saying the same thing if I was chatting with somebody from Iowa. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Costa Rica originally, but I'm Iowan at heart. I went to school in Iowa, and I was in Iowa for 10 years. So I'm Iowan at heart. And yeah, I'd be saying the same thing. No, this is coming out of Ames, not out of Iowa City. Let's be super clear here.
There you go. But yeah, we've got a lot of great hopes. We're trying to expand this state over state. I'd like to go into as many states as possible. You know, it's not something you can do very, very fast. We're at the limitations of what the policy administration systems can build. You know, it takes about 3 months to get one state put together. You've got to put the reps out in the field, knock on doors, all the actuarial information. But we can partner with any company, and we can put them in just about any product in any state. So the next run is we're bringing homeowners to Alabama and Mississippi, and then we're looking at bot policies.
So the homeowner piece. So with auto, you scan the barcode on on my license, scan the barcode on my registration or whatever. How does it work with homeowners?
It's the same thing. We use MLS data, and we've got actually more data. We've got 17,000 data components, and most of that is for the home.
Okay, awesome. So that's not live yet. That's the next step.
And we even have no, that's not life. That's we even have the same data for businesses. We've got building values, vehicle schedules, everything for businesses to do a bot policy.
Fantastic, Mark. Super interesting. Look forward to see you at InsureScan Connect. Make sure that you flag me down. I will be running on 3 or 4 hours of sleep at night. So if it's after like Wednesday, I might not be too coherent, but I'll be there. So make sure you flag me down. I'm very easy to find with the top hat and the red jacket. I'm shorter than you think, but the top hat helps. I'm 5'7". So that's the reason for the top hat. It helps me be visible when I'm surrounded by people who are 5'10" or 6 foot. So definitely flag me down over there. And I look forward to see you guys continue to grow this thing. Yeah, look forward to have you back in a year or two once you have the whole country online and you're doing homeowners also, see how things are going.
Yeah, well, I'm not InsureTech. I'm mature tech. You know, most of these guys are so young. I've been doing this since I was 16. I'm 61, so I've been around a long time. So
Hold, I can't even do math. So that's 45 years in the insurance industry.
yeah, and I've done 5 MGAs, an insurance company, claims TPA, and 17 agencies.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Now, on our side of it, we say, when did you lose your mind and go in the insurance business?
See, I spend a lot of my time convincing kids to go into insurance now. I'm usually pushing them to either the carrier side or InsureTech.
Yeah, it is a good business to be in.
It is a really good business to be in. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time today. Super interesting stuff.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you.